coverage you can count on.
Meteorologist Brian Ramsey joins us now. Brian, it's been another very hot, it feels very dry kind of day out there.
It has.
But maybe you have a little bit of good news for us.
Yes, I do have good news. Temperatures will be dropping pretty much throughout your week and maybe even hit low 90s by the end of next week. So that is some good news. But as we take a look at Tropical Storm Barry, it was a hurricane when it made landfall, Category 1, very briefly. Then it decategorized back to a tropical storm, but it has been dropping a lot of rainfall, causing quite a few flooding problems out there, and there were even some water rescues for storm surge related issues along the Louisiana coast. But this will continue to track north over the next few days, causing flooding not only in Louisiana, but in Mississippi, Arkansas, and even up to Tennessee. So pretty much right along the Mississippi River. If you do have anyone who lives not only on the Gulf Coast, but farther up Mississippi Valley, just make sure to check on them, make sure they're prepared for the storm. As we take a look at the area around here, looks like highs tomorrow should hit the mid to upper 90s, a little hotter up towards Redding, 98, a little cooler the farther south you go, a high of 95 out there in Oroville. As we go to those mountain locations, looking like mid 80s, so you probably won't hit the 90 degrees tomorrow like you might or already have today. As we go to your hiking forecast tomorrow, though, looking like a pretty nice day out there at Bidwell Park. Hot, though, but high of 98, so not triple digits like it was yesterday. Still a very high UV index, though. Probably wear that sunblock and wear that hat to protect yourself from the shade. If you do want to submit your hiking photo, this is from Carla Resnick from Bidwell Trail. As we go to your futurecast, though, we do have this big ridge of high pressure, which will be backing off towards the east. As it happens, this low pressure will kind of move in, cooling things off Monday into Tuesday. Once we go to Wednesday, the kind of moves back to the north, allowing for hotter air to return on Wednesday and Thursday. But by Friday, look at it. It comes down even farther south than before, which means temperatures could drop below average, which would be the low 90s for this time of year. As for tonight in the valley, well, ending your day pretty hot in the mid 90s, dropping in the 80s by 10 and midnight, then into a low of 70 degrees for your overnight hours. As for tonight in the foothills, starting your day off in the 80s, dropping in the 70s, and hitting a low of 67 degrees. As for those mountain locations, ending your day in the upper 70s, dropping in the 60s, then getting pretty chilly for your overnight hours in the 50s. As for your 7-day forecast, a high of 98 tomorrow, sunny skies. May see a few clouds later on in the week, with temperatures dropping back in the mid 90s, and then temperatures dropping to the low 90s at the end of your week. As for Redding, high of 99 degrees tomorrow. A few clouds in the forecast on Monday and Tuesday possible, with highs in the upper 90s. Might be back in triple digits on Wednesday, but then dropping back to the mid 90s by the end of your week and next weekend.
Okay, Brian, thank you so much. You know, I know it's a drop and it looks good, but it's still 90s. It's still going to be pretty hot.
Still 90s, yes, but you know, 94 is our average temperature, so in Chico we could drop below that, so that would be nice.
Perfect, we'll take it. Thank you. Well, one of America's favorite side